Hi, welcome to the Screwup Exchange. My name is Patrick.
Hi, my name is Drasko.
And today we have a special guest with us. It's Vagner Agostinho. He is the lean manager at Mercedes-Benz Brasil. He has over 23 years of manufacturing experience, which includes maintenance and assembly. So, Wagner, welcome to the show.
Hey guys, thank you. Thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure to be here with you, my two lean friends. Yeah.
We could also say bom dia, right?
Yeah, bom dia a
Yeah.
todos.
Yeah,
Good
I
morning
think
for all.
Patrick's Portuguese is much better than my Portuguese, so I would rather prefer to stay in English.
Yeah, but that's perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me here.
Yes.
So how are things in Brazil right now?
Yeah, we were hit by this pandemic strongly, but we are improving, getting better. The numbers are getting better, but we have many restrictions as other countries. But I think the worst part is over. So we are recovering from the worst part.
Yeah, I think it's also a cultural impact, right? That I've heard a lot of people when I talk in Brazil, people are not really taking that serious the rules like we Germans here do, right? Yeah, but do you have any kind of experience with this kind of intercultural differences between Germans and Brazilians, work related?
Yeah, the cultural part is quite different, but I think we Brazilians and you Germans, we complement ourselves because the people are also the people are nice and they are friendly in both sides. So yes, I have some experience with Germans, and I have a nice story to tell. Many years ago, like 10 years ago, I was part of the first group of lean consultant training in Brazil. And you guys from Germany went to Brazil to train us. And it was composed by like theoretical training and also practical training during the projects. And during the theoretical part, the class, we with my colleagues were doing the classes with German colleague, and we were using like laptops to follow the material, the PowerPoints, and yeah, like we were chatting a lot, and we were talking and making jokes, and yeah, like normal for us, but we are focused to the topic, and at the end, we went well. But during the classes was like a bit different from, I guess, from the German experience. And I noticed that at the in the last day of the week, and the senior manager was there with us in the classroom, and
The
she
senior German
was,
from Germany? From Germany?
yes,
Okay.
from the training center, and she was there with us, and like following the training. And okay, I thought probably she is seeing how the trainer is doing the training, like how the professor was doing, and yeah, it was not. And we were chatting and talking and doing the modules, and the final module was about feedback. And at the end of the day, like 5 o'clock, the senior manager, went to in front of the group and started to do the module and tell us how to do a good feedback. We said, okay, yeah, good theory. And she said, okay, let me now do it in practice. Let me tell you how to do a real feedback. And then she started to scold us. Like we got really hardly scolded by her about how our behavior during the class was. Now it's funny, but I was terrified. Like, oh my God, I was lost I would lost my job, and my God, it was my first time with a German. My God, they are our bosses, and yeah, inexperience. And I told my boss also, and she said, okay, be calm, just make sure that we'll pass the test, and that's okay, no problem, and please behavior uh, better next time. And yeah, at the end, we went well, and everything was good, but was like a small traumatic experience with the German discipline. But after that, was everything was fine, and we got used, and then the contact was much better. Lesson learned.
Yeah, yeah, probably it's something which is like this intercultural thing, and what I really appreciate in our company is that, like, with this many cultural impacts, we can learn something out, even if sometimes it's hurting, but most of the time it's something good, and we are developing ourselves, I think, and we are getting used, and we are take the good things out of each culture and trying to combine them in a new one, right?
Yeah, both sides are learning.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, what would have been a more proper standard feedback if a Brazilian was giving the feedback?
Oh, I think we will do the same way. Like sometimes people say it's better to say, okay, tell you a good thing than a bad thing, than finally a good thing. No, I don't know. We need to learn how to accept it. Not so good feedbacks, but yeah, it's not a good idea to try to hide bad things. So I appreciated the way she did her feedback with us. Was authentic and quicker than other way.
Yeah, it was just surprising, right? It was like,
yeah, was terrifying on that moment.
I can imagine that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. So yeah, you said in the beginning about the COVID thing, and the guys are impacted by the whole country. How is it right now with you guys in the company? I mean, I know that Brazil economy was not really doing good before that, and I think it's hit much more right now. But still, how does Lean help you guys to overcome the situation or to make the best thing out of it?
Yeah, the company had to do many interventions and change the way of doing things to protect people and to keep the business running. And we did it at the beginning of the situation. And well, I think I love Lean, and I like how Lean works with people and also process. Lean is, for me, is based on two different approaches, and we have the social, comportamental behavior approach. And in this moment, I saw like 100% of the social side of Lean raising, because we needed to involve people, to make people engaged to the new scenario. And we have a good culture. We always have to improve it, for sure, because of this continuous improvement mindset. But I saw, for example, even after the company make many different initiatives to avoid problems with COVID, people did like 10 times more to avoid, to ensure the distancing, and to ensure that processes would keep running with without any risk, like to prepare different stuffs and then things in the machines, and to avoid problems during the coffee stop, and many things. And the only way to ensure people are engaged is, for me, it's using the Lean mindset and this cultural method. So for me, it was essential, and for the company, also essential to keep things working without increased risks.
Yeah, but probably I think the culture was not like changed the last few days before or this year. I think you did like a very good job also before that to get to this point that people are reacting on their own and get involved. So what was your secret, let's say, in Brazil? How did you change this culture over the years for lean and make people understanding how lean is helpful and beneficial?
Yeah, I think there's no secret because all the knowledge is there in the books and or with Toyota and other companies. We have a very long journey with more than 20 years of lean implementation. So we are always improving and we have different phases. The first phase was the tool phase, like let's implement all the stuffs to make the continuous flow and the other 5S and other many tools that lean have. Then the system and the whole supply chain stuff, and finally we got to this current phase with the cultural thing. So it's impossible to change everything at the same moment. So you need to improve day by day, week by week, and year by year. So now we can put less focus on the tools, the hard tools, and focus more on keeping the cultural thing. So like how to involve, how to engage people to give ideas to improve their own processes. Because we as management, we have just a few answers, and we have more questions than answers. And people, like thousands of people, they know how to improve their work. The small part of the work every day, every hour will make the company much better. So the key or the secret is, yeah, keep moving, keep try to engage people more and more, listen to them, you know, like the problem solving side is much more on people than on management. That I would say this is our key to this good moment now. But we have many things to be done, for sure. A lot of things. This pursuit to perfection is like endless, in my opinion.
Yeah, I actually just had one question for you. In your current work, what was the biggest problem that you saw when you were moving more into the cultural side? Because implementing tools and getting the system in place, but like, what did you see when you were trying to change the minds and the culture there? Like, what was the biggest hurdle that you found in, like, maybe in the Brazilian culture or just within your working culture? That would be really interesting to know a little bit more.
Yeah, I think for Brazilian culture is maybe not hard because we are used to adapt and people are not resistant to changes. So it's okay. It's a good culture for that. But I think is the bigger problem is how to consider this as a strategy for the long term. You know, not to make it like a 1 or 2 cultural program, 1 or 2 year of cultural program. You know, it's not based on small cultural changes, but it's the long run. This is the main point: how to convince, and we have it today, but how to keep it as a strategic part of the company, you know, because we are used to see outside and even in our company the idea of, okay, let's launch this cultural program. No, it's not like that. You need to do it in a daily basis as a DNA of your company. This is the most hard thing to be done, and we face this problem every day. How to keep with this energy, because it's a full energy strategy, and I would say that.
Okay.
Yeah, probably. I think that's also what I experienced. It's also something which the manager is really very engaged to the whole management, the lower management, the upper management in Brazil. That was really something which was, from my experience, very very special and unique about this kind of whole management is involved in this and engaged. Yeah, yeah. This is how it is.
Yeah.
This differences in cultures, right? Some beneficial things and some more surprising things.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. But also, this is not a 1 or 2 year program. It's like the endless thing, and how to convince people that you need to push every day. For you Germans or Americans, for us Brazilians, this is the same, because human beings, in my point of view, we try to relax after some time. We cannot relax. That's the main challenge, I guess.
Yeah. So other than that, I'm really just curious what's in the future for you. Is there anything interesting going on, or
About, sorry, can you repeat the question?
is there anything interesting upcoming for you?
No, I think at the company we have many things to do, and we learned, or we had to learn, how to run projects and meetings online like we are doing. It's hard, it's different. I I used to do the old school, the old style. Maybe for my daughter it's different, but for me it was hard. And how to manage a group of people. And so I think we need to learn and keep learning this new way of living and interacting, maybe for the whole world, not only for me. And I think for the future we need to mix these two things. So we need to learn how to manage the working from home like I'm doing now, and also keeping keeping pushing the company presentially. And so yeah, I think for next year, for the next months, will be our challenge and my challenge as a lean practitioner, a lean guy.
Yeah, I totally agree. I know working from home is great in some regards, but it's horrible in other regards. Like, as you said, managing people. So like when you said a mix, like having the people on site and like getting that face-to-face time is going to be so crucially important. And I can imagine, because I know Brazilians typically are more on the stronger side of social interaction, social getting together. So I was really curious how that's been going on, but I'm glad to hear that it's working for you.
Yeah, it's working. Had to be, there was there wasn't another way to do it. And yeah, Brazilians suffered a lot because we are desperate to go outside, and we have sunny days here nowadays, so it's really hard. So I hope it will last many years and decades to have a new situation like that. I hope so.
All right. Well, yeah. Go ahead, Drew.
Yeah, thank you very much for this interesting time to share with us. And yeah, all the best to you guys. Say hello to everybody we know there and we met already there. And yeah, enjoy the new normal, I would say. But I also understand, I think we should try to find a way in other normal than we are considering right now, the new normal. Yeah, it should be a mix. I agree with you. Thank you very much, Vagner.
Yeah, thank you again. It's great to see you. Stay safe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for the opportunity. Nice, really nice to talk to you again. And yeah, success in this initiative, in this podcast. Thanks a lot.